All right, Grand Rising, everyone. It's Shay Seeking, and again, so I've been. It's been a day, right? So, I feel like I haven't been in the Word, but I was inspired or triggered, in a sense, to come into the second book of Peter. Um, so again, I didn't realize that some things that I was sensing and dealing with last night, and then things again that came upon me today, um and then I ended up running into a video because I kind of felt like I hadn't been in the Word, so I had a notification today um from what I would call a soul sibling, um and something that he said just made me say, hey, wait a minute, okay, now this is maybe something that I was looking for. And it was about the donkey. Oh, excuse me, apologies, hold on one second. Okay, I'm kind of in a rush, but this is a short chapter, so I'm going to go ahead and go through it real quick because, again, I was thinking some things because the word, portions of the word were on my mind. And so as I'm saying these things, I'm thinking to myself, like, I don't know, some of this stuff is kind of backwards that we're seeing that's supposed to be somewhat revolutionary. But it seems as though it's, the energy is saying, hey, you don't challenge those particular people, but it just shows me that, again, I'm speaking very lightly, okay, when it comes to certain portions of the construct, but at the same time they diligently search that, while again some of us diligently search the word. So it was kind of even just in something I was just reading in. Well, we won't go there because I'm going to get too confused, and I only have like 15 minutes, so we'll go. Okay, so it just made me think about, like, how everything is just like so backwards and so upside down, and so you really have to use discernment, and again the word, I mean, and other things, right, in order to see what we're really talking about here, because again, we always think we know but have no idea. Not always, right? So it says, again, in these days, we're dealing with situations where certain people that are walking on this plane today are actually in the spirit of, or if not, are the particular people that we're talking about in some of these chapters. Depending on what verse, what line. So again, some of the stuff has happened and some of the stuff is to come. I mean, I just figured out that that's how it works, right? And so again, there's going to be some talk of, and there's going to be people that are going to be conspiring against other people. So again, you have to just be watching out real, test the spirit. That's all I can say, right? or test, it's all about someone's energy, right? Okay, when it's coming to these particular things, because, there'll be the people that are actually going to be the people that were bringing prophecy that's going to be called crazy. There's going to be people that are going to be bringing these things that's going to be considered or looked at as this way. And again, those particular people that have, again, I know because I feel that I've been victim of such, right? Now, again, some of it might just be, from the Father trying to steer you in a certain direction. But again, I do know that other portions of this are by people that are dealing with other people that say they're for the people, but really, again, okay, so again, let's keep going. So it says, and really, I didn't even bring my glasses. Hold on one second. Okay, so so again, it says, he foretelleth them of false teachers, shewing the impiety and punishment of them and their followers. Okay, so again, we all know that we have so-called followers. I say that there are people that walk with me, but certain people have lots of followers, and some of us don't have that many. Kind of like that mustard seed. And so again, it's easy for one group to, and that's why I say just test the spirit, even when it comes to minds, right? Because we're not always aware either that other energies can be involved and can get in and have you seeing something one way. And so again, that's why it's important to sit on some of these things and let them marinate, unless you're just struck with, something, like when it comes to your energy, or again, one may say spirit, or confirmation, or something you already been told directly, right, through a hotline, right, and or that you see, right, and then again, there are going to be people that are going to try to replicate or duplicate that, right, to work in their favor and against the children, right? So again, not to say who's who, I'm just saying we should just be watching. Like I say, it always reminds me of walking on this path, and there's things going on both sides, right? So it says, showing the impiety and punishment of them and their followers. Okay, so again, so this is what I'm saying, false teachers that are shewing the impiety and punishment of them and their followers. Okay, so it says, but there were false prophets among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. Right? So when we're dealing with certain energies, it's like the whole thing, I feel like, is just even testing energies again that are around me, and trying to, or cutting off ties with energies that don't feel right. And then again, we can't say that these things are not things that are going to occur, because they actually are in these times. And some of us will be communing with angels and other energies and things like that. I'm just keeping it simple, right? And then again, to deny those things in totality and not test or try and see, can lead you down the wrong path. And then also sitting with those energies for too long, and trying to discern what type of message, or what type of energy this is, can get you, to go astray as well. So again, there's always some kind of work or inner work or something that's also going along with this, and when you see yourself going down a certain path, you have to try to veer back, right? And again, it's like this temptation or this tempest kind of thing, right? Okay. So, so it says, and many shall follow. So these people have many, right? Many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. Okay, so the reason of whom the way of, is kind of like a run-on sentence here. I mean, actually, it's all kind of bunched up like one word. I don't like when that happens. Whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken. So I don't know. It's trying to, maybe it's saying, I don't know, by the way of truth shall be evil spoken. It's kind of making me think like evil is going to be spoken about, something that may be coming in truth. I'm not, that one is kind of tricky. And through covetousness shall they with foreign words make merchandise of you. Okay. So again, coveting, coveting is almost like, again, I don't have the definition up here with me, but I just automatically thought of cuffing. You know what I'm saying? Like how somebody say, he cuffed my girl back in the day. Okay, maybe y'all not that old, but anyways. Okay. So again, with foreign words, different words, make merchandise of you. So again, that's it. This is also making me think of some kind of status or some kind of something, which is why I don't like to speak on it. We'll just put it like that. There's people that do, and if that's what you think, then go there, because I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't. Okay? But I would just be really, careful, right? Whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not. So again, meaning this is coming at some time. Again, We don't know exactly who we're talking about right now, but again, this is what we're supposed to be able to see if this is something that is occurring right now or not by looking at the text and discerning, right? Using wisdom, knowledge, all the information we have obtained to see. For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved into judgment, and spared not the old world. Wow. He spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly, okay? And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly. So again, this is almost like, I don't know, it makes me feel like or think of, because there's been, well, we can even just say like a type of burning or whatever that's been going on in certain states, and then we also have, it depends on how you look at it as Sodom and Gomorrah. Most people in the religious aspect is going to look at it as somewhere like the industry, right? Possibly. And we can kind of see what happened with that recently, right? And again, even with the other governing forces or those in high places, we see what happened also within this amount of time with that portion as well. So again, I would think that only that's a form of some judgment or some type of something. Again, I call it the breath. They call it something else of God. And again, right? So, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. For that righteous man dwelled among them, and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Wow. Wow. For that righteous man dwelling among them, and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. That just sounds like a battle too. It really sounds like a battle, a spiritual battle with a person, that can be dealing with different energies as well. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation, and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh in the lust of uncleanness, and despise government or government again. And like what I'm saying here is, on my channel, we talk about the type that we have now, right? We all know that there has to be some kind of force or governing force in effect. What we're talking about, or what we have been talking about for the past couple of years, is getting it right, bringing order to the court, right? Because because there is forces there doesn't mean that the proper and correct people are in proper and decent place. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm trying to say this without going and overstepping. So again, no one is against having a construct. It is just questioning what the one we have has been up to. And obviously, if this thing has gone on, again, I would just think, right, that if this form of judgment has come and things are shifting or turning or going in a proper way, now that this has something to do with that had been done, right? So if anything is going to have to come back from it, is going to have to be possibly righteous. I'm just saying day to day, just without paying too much attention to what's going on, and us also focusing on ourselves and what parts we've played with our lack of knowledge, right? In many different departments, not just when it comes to certain documents and paperwork and all this other stuff. It has to do with also those things that we have to go through, the inner work, the text, the story. See, it's a whole vibe here. And again, it's just Yeah. Okay. So anyhow, let's keep going. Presumptuous are they, self-willed. Okay, self-willed. So again, I guess they're, um, worried about. I mean, their will is about self, right? Or with possibly what they can get. Possibly, I don't know. Um, they are not afraid to speak evil of dignities. Okay. Whereas angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not railing accusations against them before the Lord. Okay? Bring not railing accusations against them before the Lord. Okay? So again, okay, all right. So again, angels, which are greater in power and might, bring not. So they're not bringing railing accusations against them before the Lord. So I don't know, maybe it's just a one-sidedness thing going on where, someone's doing something, but they're not bringing these accusations, to the Lord. So again, maybe that would make the Lord blind to something that was going on. And maybe that's why the angels may have fallen. I don't know. I'm just questioning that right now. But these as natural brute beasts, okay, so these people are going to be kind of like brutish or rough or roughnecks or possibly, right? Made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of things that they understand not. So again, this is also making me think of people in that way, like, challenging or speaking ill of people that are in the spirit realm, right? You see what I'm saying? Like, it may be those that are spiritual or those who are here to work in spirit, I guess, or prophets or different, figures like that. I mean, I guess that they would try to speak some kind of way, about these things and try to make them seem like they are not legit or you shouldn't partake in them or listen to people that do. Right. And again, I guess there'll be more people doing that because, again, they knew that once you thought you knew about the text, right? Okay. This, like I said, this book, the very book that you think is enslaving you can be the very book that can free you, right? If you know how to look. So again, that would be in a certain spirit that these people would be in. And I think that people that don't want to be in that spirit and they're still in their feelings about what they think this book and text did to them, then they would be speaking